Hey guys, we just got back from Jurassic World Rebirth. I was thinking about wearing my Superman costume, but the boy said no, we already sat down. Yeah, Joe, you were sighing right off the bat. We had a fan come up to us and say, "Hey, Joe, what do you think of the movie?" Okay, wait, no, I'll see your review.
I was a huge fan.
Oh, I was wondering if you were going to wear.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the original. My dumbass was optimistic on this one. Yeah, because it was like, okay, the last one really let me down. It brought everyone back for pointless grasshoppers. This one, it's going to be like, okay, it's going to be cool with the with these mercenaries. It's going to be kind of like a horror element kind of feel. Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah. Guys, I'm sorry. I don't know. Right now, on Rotten Tomatoes, this thing has a 52% from critics and no score at all from audiences. I estimate audiences will be higher. I heard kids coming out in the theater talking about it. One grandma was like, "That's a lot of action," but that's all.
She hasn't seen a lot of action. So.
Damn, Joe. Here's the thing: is we're critics, and boy, the magic is gone.
Call it.
The magic is not there.
It's dead.
This is supposed to be those popcorn, ton of fun films where Joe hates this, but the audience starts clapping at the end. These are summer blockbusters. Nobody clapped at the end, and the magic is gone, and I just think that people are there to shut their brains off and be somewhat entertained. And so I told the guy who asked us what we thought, I said, 3 sequences. And that's basically the value that you're going to get from this film are 3 sequences, action sequences, and the third act, which does a lot of the mutations and the dinosaur. Man, I miss the days this was about dinosaurs. Yeah. Now we've got monster films, essentially, where they're mutants at the end. And it turns into an aliens film. Like, the architecture is all futuristic. The underground drainage pipes are all angled. Like, they would never waste material making it look so cool and fancy under there. But it actually helps the film. At the end, making it a little more sci-fi, a little more interesting to look at when they're being sort of chased. This is a film where they just go around and they're getting chased by dinosaurs, and you see who makes it out. And frankly, nobody really. I mean, there's not a big body count. There's some tension here and there, but most of the time, guys, I was bored.
Me too.
This is mediocre at best. It is unbelievably generic. I guess I never really expected much from Scarlett Johansson and Ali here, but they're lost in this. Scarlett Johansson puts in one of the most oddly stoic performances with some attempts. Like all the characters really talk in literal exposition backstory. There's like this 5 to 10 minute sequence where they just talk about all the things that happened in their life in the past, one right after the other, after the other, after the other, set to soft playing piano music, and it's like, please clap. It's got that feeling. Unfortunately, this film for us, I think, just reading Alex's expressions and Joe when he came out of the film, that this is a corporate product that just by definition, because the dinosaurs, and there are some cool sequences with the dinosaurs, we'll talk about them, has small, tiny morsels of interesting things there, but none of it ever comes together. And I would probably on this one agree way more with the critics at 52% right now than what I imagine audiences are going to be at 70 to 80 probably. Unfortunately, I didn't like it. I was really bored. And honestly, I was over here like, man, Jurassic Park is going to fuck Superman up. I saw the trailer, and initially I was like, I don't know, but as I was watching it more, I kind of got into it like you, Joe. I got fooled that this was going to be a good film. And
it's like, you're already down here. You can't go lower, right?
I read a few things online that said it was good, and then one day Alex came into the office and was like, you hear what they're saying about that? I said, well, I thought they were good. And he's like, no, the ones I'm reading is bad. And then ever since that moment, all the bad reviews were there. And then you go into this, and it has no life to it. And all the moments in between these 3 sequences and the finale are garbage. They really are. So, what did you guys think of Jurassic World Rebirth?
Disappointed.
Disappointed.
Yeah, I honestly thought this was gonna be a new take, but boy, was I wrong.
Tired.
It was, yeah. They just did not have any of the horror elements that I wanted. Yeah, we do get the dinosaurs, but that's towards the end. But even then, you're stuck with these fucking boring dialogue with this new cast. That they're talking about their backstories, like, oh, I did this mission, I lost somebody, they're trying to tug on the strings. It's like, I don't care about this crew.
But the piano, Joe?
I don't care about any of these people. It kind of sucks. And then, just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, hey, here's a family that you don't give a shit about. That's like,
God.
Why are they even here?
Yeah,
and
I was like, why the fuck are they sailing in the fucking dinosaur-infested, most dangerous area? They take their sailboat, and this is like serious sailing. You know, when you're out on the fucking ocean that far away from any fucking port, you have to be a serious sailor.
And about the kids and everything, and I fucking hated the boyfriend. He was pretty annoying throughout the whole thing. They were trying to go for laughs. It didn't work. The chemistry between Scarlett and Dr. Henry was not there. They're trying to force it. They're trying to force it or something, but it just didn't work.
Girlfriend boyfriend kind of thing, like crush vibes.
Yeah.
Man, their performances in this film were so bad.
Yeah, like an hour in, I was waiting for like some cool dinosaur things, but we got a dinosaur that was dying, causing traffic.
Yes.
I was like, okay.
I rolled my eyes so hard, guys. You know, they cop out.
Yes.
This fucking film cops out so hard. Dominion, dinosaurs are everywhere. They're going to be in the streets. They're going to be on the buildings and the skyscrapers. Nah, fuck all that. Air. Bugs. What?
They can't adapt to New York and different climates.
No, they say only around the equator can they survive. Fuck off. What a huge fucking cop. Oh, and people don't care about dinosaurs anymore. But yet this whole film is a video game plot. This whole film is, dinosaurs have been around forever. Just now, we think maybe we can harvest them for heart disease medication. What?
It's better than having fucking lasers on them and machine guns.
I would have preferred lasers and machine guns, Joe, to this shit.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. This was pretty fucking boring. I didn't like the cast. I didn't like the pacing on this because, like, you have like two teams. You jump back to the family, jump back to the boring people.
Oh, yeah.
Family,
it's
you
like
don't
two
like.
Films. Joe, I actually liked the family a little bit more, even though they're both bad.
Yeah.
But I kind of rather, because the father I thought was a good actor, and you can tell he kind of cared, and the whole boyfriend conflict was annoying, but at least it had some fun to it. The other team, I was rolling my eyes so hard.
Yeah, I didn't like either of them, and honestly, I'm done with this. It sucks unless they jump the shark.
Wasn't this supposed to be a new trilogy? I'll look it up. Go ahead.
Unless they jump the shark like I wanted them to. You've seen those screenshots of Scarlett Johansson turning into a raptor. It's like cross DNA, then it turn into dinosaurs.
Oh my God!
Yeah. Then you got me back in because this is stupid. I don't want it.
Jurassic World Rebirth is the latest installment in the Jurassic Park, a standalone sequel set up. Oh, I thought I was gonna say trilogy. Okay.
Yeah, no. Sorry. Not for me. I was disheartened.
You're good now. Now I got out a couple movies ago because Jurassic Park hasn't been good since the mid-90s.
Yeah, let me before Alex goes on, let me show the critic score. So Jurassic Park is the highest, and we're talking critics only because the audiences are much higher. 91, that's the best. Then it goes Jurassic World with Chris Pratt, 72%. Then all the rest of the fucking Jurassic Park films are not good. Lost World, that's 56. 3, 49.
Yeah.
Fallen Kingdom, 47. And the literal worst, Dominion, with the fucking bugs, locusts. Why are you focusing on that? Bringing back some of the actors, wasting them.
Yeah, wasted.
29%.
Yeah. So I didn't have any expectations. So they brought back the original screenwriter, and the original screenwriter based it on a book. He's standing on Michael Crichton's shoulders, and he had the story written for him. He had everything done for him already. This guy is the original screenwriter. But This script.
This was garbage.
But that's what people were like, hey, it could be good because it's the original screenwriter. The original screenwriter had it written for him, and all he had to do was write a script from something. Right. He took something and turned it into something. He took nothing this time and turned it into shit. And so it's so much work. The world does not work. It is... I was trying, because there was a little kid in there, and the little kid, kids don't have a whole lot of frame of reference. I saw the movie when I was 8 years old, and I fucking loved it, the first one. And so, I don't want to poo-poo on that little kid having a wonderful time with his family.
Hopefully he's seen the original.
But it's like, you go back and you watch some of these other ones, and it's like, it doesn't come close to... It doesn't work. It just doesn't fucking work. And it's just like every scene you can't think about. You can't think, like you mentioned, the family sailing through it is not just the most dangerous place on Earth. It's literally restricted by all governments on Earth. They drop it. And they say that all governments on Earth have restricted all people from going there. The guy's like, I'm going to take my young daughter, my older daughter, and her fuckboy moron, and we're going to go through there. And then they have this scene, and it's like, I don't like any of these characters because the father is stupid. And even one of the other characters in the movie calls him stupid.
Yeah, he is stupid.
The boyfriend is an idiot. And the kids are dumb. The little girl takes a dinosaur to suffocate to death when she goes home.
Yes!
Yeah, there's some spoilers here, but that's fine.
Fuck that. This movie's stupid.
It is.
And then we have the scene where this doctor who's been working with dinosaurs his entire life, he lives in a city. The only dinosaur left in North America lives 2 blocks from his work.
Yeah.
And when first time he sees a dinosaur, he cries.
Yeah.
That stupid bitch has been looking at dinosaurs for a decade.
This doesn't make sense.
And they act like the last movie doesn't exist, but then they constantly talk about how the last movie exists. And so the world does not work. And then you have a low-rent bullshit family story tied together with low-rent mercenary bullshit story.
With one gun, and then I'm going to bring one gun.
Yeah, and it's not even it's dumb. And then poor Francis gets eaten.
Francis?
Yeah, well.
The guy, yeah.
There's all these disposable people, and I thought there'd be a lot of them. And so, like you said, the body count is super low, so there's not a lot of tension. Because guess what? They weren't going to kill a child in the Jurassic Park movie. And so you know that nothing bad's going to happen. Gareth Edwards directed this movie for 5 total minutes of screen time. There's a time where you see in the trailer there's a red flare and it looks really scary, and there's some cool, there's like you said 3 sequences.
At the end.
I think there's maybe 2 for me where it's like he's there for those periods of time, and the rest of it I don't know who filmed it, because if it's Gareth Edwards, I'm really disappointed. Dude needs to fucking stop. Yeah. And so this is like test audience, corporate interference, someone there like, we need a family, there has to be a cute dinosaur, there has to be this, there has to be this, and
this is corporate the movie.
Yeah, and so it's like we had to put everything together, and so when you try to please absolutely fucking everybody, I don't honestly
the reason why the guy cries is because but
not only that though,
and he's looking up even though he's seen these
but
dinosaurs
it was so bad
already.
The CGI was pretty bad.
The CGI was poor.
Bad.
And then I
thought the CGI was all right.
There were some times when they're looking out, also when they're looking out, it just looks terrible.
Yeah, I think the CGI is fine.
I think they massively misused John Williams' score again,
yes,
where
tried.
There was times where they're trying to play it up, and it's like, this is... We watched Sharknado 7 together, right? It's the 7th iteration of a dumbass monster movie.
There's 7?
There's a lot.
Well, I think you watched it too. I think you were there. But this is the 7th version of a monster movie. 7. And so I don't know what we were expecting. If we had expectations...
me and Joe are stupid. We're stupid.
Again, because I was like, okay, they're going to do a little reboot. Maybe it's going to be more of a horror thing with this mercenaries. But then I saw the family. It's like, okay, well, it kind of diminished a little bit.
Yeah.
When I saw that first trailer, I saw Scarlett Johansson. I'm like, really? Is she really that strong an actress to be able to carry it?
No, it's not there. And
Chris Pratt, I actually like Chris Pratt.
No,
Chris Pratt's version movie way more than this.
So I think it's only the first one for him.
Yes,
I
the
think.
first one.
The other ones are so unbelievably stupid. I think those ones are significantly worse than this.
But it's going to make money.
Really?
I do.
But
the weaponized dinosaurs.
Here's the thing. Okay, so I couldn't help myself. I wrote notes. It was getting so bad. The music doesn't work.
Yeah.
Like, other than when they play the classic themes, right? It just doesn't work. They don't match the scenes well. It's like the music is doing all the lifting. It thinks it's in a different film almost. They don't sync up together. And this happens rarely, where the music is so loud and so, like the emotion should be here and you're down here and you notice the track. And it's really off-putting. It almost feels like they think they're in Star Wars or something.
It's like Dial of Destiny. You remember that movie you saw? You definitely saw that Dial of Destiny? Where they play John Williams' score and it doesn't match?
I did watch it.
And they're always fake laughing in this, trying to build that team rapport with...
We almost died. Haha.
People die in this, and then in the next moment they're like, this is fun, isn't it? What? Choose a fucking tone. Even this big-hearted mercenary. Joe, describe Scarlett Johansson's character.
She's in it for the money, but then she has a change of heart.
Heart of gold.
Anytime they talk, it is literally backstory exposition.
Yes.
It's really bad.
Oh my God.
Sad piano music to Scarlett talking about the funeral, right? And then the dude immediately goes and talks about, I don't know, his ex-wife and his son.
He has a dead son.
And his piano. Oh, his son's dead.
Yeah. It's like, well, you guys patched it up. It's like, no. Every time I saw her,
that's why every time
son.
The word child comes, he's like, I'll protect the child. Okay.
Yeah.
It's bad, and that piano music covers all of this, and then it turns right at the end. So the piano. And then it turns into like whimsical after they're 7 seconds after they're talking about the most depressing shit. It just, I don't know the word for it. Melodrama done poorly. And
because they're like, oh, we're pathetic. Oh.
I missed my mom's funeral. It's like, what the fuck is happening?
Really weird. And it's almost...
Can I have a dinosaur, please?
There were moments where it was almost like a play, because it's like characters are talking. The father is sitting on a log, or he's leaning up against a log after they've been through a lot, and they're going to sleep. And then the father's talking, and he's talking with the boyfriend, and then he goes to sleep. But he sleeps instantly. And then it's the little girl's time to have her scene, and in her scene, this little adorable dinosaur is like crawling over his legs, and if you're a father, you would feel all this. You would be up. But no, it's like it's a play. These characters have gone to rest now.
Dinosaurs aren't
only one
dangerous,
character.
Joe.
And then once her scene ends, then it transitions perfectly, and now it's the boyfriend's scene, and all the other characters go to sleep, and even the dinosaur goes to sleep, and he's taking a piss, and then there's a raptor about to come, and then just when the raptor's about to get him, then another dinosaur gets that dinosaur to show you how uber dangerous this is. And then he continues to piss, and they do it as a joke. And I'm like, are you building tension? Are you building danger? Or are you building laughs? What?
And then sprinkled in with Mars Company with Snickers and then M&M's.
Oh, I was so... The starting sequence of this film made me so fucking mad. A Snickers wrapper starts this whole film.
What?
And then the second act of the film is just you're staring at M&M's bags. It's like, what is the product placement in this? It felt like a TV show.
What?
The opening stuff.
Yeah.
And only in the third act does it really kind of
Snickers started this.
It's a dumb movie, but I think that I think that people are, if they're looking for like a dumb summer blockbuster, I think they're going to enjoy it. I think audience scores are going to be high 80s. I think it's going to be high 80s.
I agree, and that's what I hate it. I hate it
Yeah.
because this is going to make like lots of money.
It's going to make like $900 million.
No,
but it's not good.
No.
It's not
I think
good.
it's, well, they normally make $1 billion.
I have that.
They normally make like $1 billion, so I think it's going to be less.
I want to talk about that. But it was like 2 movies in one. One story about the sailing family. The other, the boyfriend is aloof. He's ignorant, and then then the other is the really weak mercenary video game plot. Let's face 3 bosses: the flying one, the land one, and the giant one. Or they're all giant, and.
But one was easy.
So they bring with them one weapon. Okay. I was shocked at how stupid this moment was. I have to say it. It's not really a spoiler. They're walking through the jungle, and this is a trained mercenary team. They've been marooned, so they're looking for materials to scavenge and survive and then get out. And they walk through the jungle, and the corporate guy, who turns into a fucking Burke, a fucking aliens situation where he only cares about the corporate and the getting the thing, and he's going to turn on everybody. But anyways, he goes down to drink water. Number one, I'm like, you don't know what the fuck is in that water.
Instant diarrhea.
It's instant diarrhea. He's drinking water. And he literally takes 3 or 4 steps off to the side to grab water. And just as he's dipping his canteen in the water, he sees dog tags. He lifts these dog tags, and I'm like, what is about to happen here? And then dirt starts to fall on his hands. He looks up, and I'm like, what are you doing, Predator? And then this whole thing, there is a World War II era. No, it's not World War II because it has a Glock. It's a fucking American plane with the old school fucking American Army logo on it, and a pilot has a fucking pistol.
Just in arm's reach.
Just in arm's reach. So you're telling me that these trained mercenaries with literally eye level could see this thing where he can reach, and everybody just walks and they didn't even notice.
And that gun definitely still works if you're being in the jungle
for 20
years.
It literally appears out of nowhere. That's how this whole film is. Whatever needs to happen at that moment happens.
Yeah.
You're about to get killed. Another dinosaur kills that dinosaur before that dinosaur. They do that in every one of the films.
They drop off baby Dolores, cute baby Grogu dinosaur 9 miles upriver,
and somehow
it shows up,
and then they go down river. I mean, they're trying.
Hold on. We are in full blown spoilers.
Yeah,
we gotta
shit
stop
like that.
this.
That's not part of like the
we
main.
Gotta stop.
It's not a main plot point though. It's like, but
I know,
saying,
but things disappear and appear and this and that. We'll talk about it more in the spoilers. Let's just go. Fuck it. This is
fuck it.
Fuck it. This is lifeless. It's heartless. It's a corporate product. And me and Joe are incredibly disappointed.
Yeah.
Alex smartly already knew because of all the other Jurassic Parks that this was going to be like this. But I thought, man, by the 7th, you really had to have a really strong script. I really respect people was like, you know what, I'm not going to film it unless we have a strong script and a really good script.
Yeah.
This was not it.
It was a little hopeful. Like, it wasn't up here.
Right.
I understand.
It was just a little hopeful.
This might be good. I'm looking forward to it.
It just makes no sense.
Yeah,
and the
none
whole
of this
film.
does.
And it's so tropey. It's so predictable. There's no story elements in it that surprise you. It goes through all the motions of the previous 6 films, and by the end, it's like, what is the fucking point? The point was the heart-pumping action with the CGI. So the 3 sequences that are worth it is, and not worth it to me in the end, is the T-Rex chasing them with the raft. Just because it's like, wow, we're out in wild nature and they're in their element and we got to run. And then the other one is the fucking,
Just 2.
The other ones are kind of dumb.
Just 2.
And then the end of the film with a climax that kind of evokes aliens and, sci-fi and horror. There's some horror elements, Joe. I will agree. There's some horror elements. that appear towards the end.
Exactly.
But that certain sequence you see in the trailer with the and I guess I'll include that one. The actual first half of the underwater massive fish creature was kind of disappointing and rung hollow, and everybody's acting stupid. But then when it gets more dangerous, when the spine fins show up, and then the boat's going crazy, and that was satisfying. So that one, the other one I talked about, and the finale, the massive long-tailed masosaurs or whatever, titanosaurs. Yeah, that's when they do the da-dum-da-da, but it just wasn't hitting for me.
You had to forget that they've all been looking at dinosaurs for a decade.
Yeah. So let's go with final verdicts.
3. I'm at a 3. I was pretty disappointed. I was already going in. I wanted to like it once again, but then people started talking and nothing really happened. And then you start getting backstories that you don't give a shit about. And I was like, I'm just here for the dinosaurs. Yeah. Where can I get a dinosaur?
Right.
In the first hour, I was waiting for something cool to happen. We get the dinosaur that was stopping traffic. I was like, oh, there's the dinosaur. But it didn't do anything.
It was just sad.
It was. And the splitting up the teams was just kind of pointless. You're going back and forth, back and forth.
Like, if we would have focused maybe on one, maybe we could have had more character development.
That's exactly what I wanted. Just focus on the team, have like the Raptor moments or like some scary moments. But you don't really get none of that, and it's definitely not worth your time. I was a huge fan. I wanted this to be good, but it's not.
Yeah. Joe, now that you've given it such a low score, do you think this is going to hurt Superman and cut into Superman? Do you think it's going to be a big blockbuster anyway?
Yeah, I do. Okay. I do, because
we'll talk about some of the numbers.
There's still a lot of people there at 11 in the morning today.
Yeah.
And they were all having fun with it too.
Yeah. So they're bringing their kids.
They were laughing at dumb moments.
I mean, there were people laughing at some trailers that weren't particularly funny, but. Look, I think if you're looking for a big, dumb summer blockbuster, you're going to have a good time. And I don't think that this is as bad as the last 2 Chris Pratt movies. I think the first Chris Pratt movie, while really dumb, is definitely better than this one. But this is just, it's not a good film. I was thinking like 3 or 4, but I would not watch this again. And anytime... I mean, we're just milking it, and I'm so tired of them milking it and using a score that I don't think that they deserve to use, and hiring a director that apparently has no studio sway. Because Gareth Edwards, like, we've watched a lot of this stuff.
He does whatever he's told.
And then it's like, we know you're talented.
Always ruins his vision.
Yeah, it's like, we know you're talented. What the fuck is this?
He has no vision for this, guys. I'm sorry, he doesn't.
And it was just really disappointing. There was one cool sequence I liked, straight out of the book. You get no credit for it. There was another sequence that you stole from the original.
Tell us in the spoilers.
You don't get any credit for it from me. And then at the end, we get this kind of really cool one where, you know, you see it a little bit in the trailer, like with the red flares, and nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
This is the most wet fart at the end of the film.
Wet farts are funny.
This wasn't funny. Dry fart.
Yeah. Okay. So it's like I would have laughed more at a fucking wet fart, a dinosaur wet fart, than and I would have enjoyed this movie more than what fucking happened here. So I agree with him. I think that this is a bad movie. I sometimes enjoy bad movies too because I know people are typing now. Hey man, I just enjoyed it. I watched with my family. I wasn't thinking about it too hard. Totally get it.
Those sequences will get you through.
Yeah, but it's like I am thinking about it. It's what I'm asked to do here. Think about this movie, and every time I think about this movie, I get angrier and angrier on how it doesn't make any fucking sense with the last 3 movies.
They fixed it.
3? 3. So I wanted to look up my previous score for Jurassic World Dominion because I did not. I thought it was a bad film. I gave it a 4. Upon reflection, that film's probably more a 3. I think you guys gave it lower. But see, with that one, there's the older actors, and I'll like them no matter what because they got the nostalgia. So you got the actors saying worse lines, but I like them more than these actors in this film. But in that film, it had a worse story that did fucking nothing and wasted everything. Over here, the story wastes stuff, but at least there's some action and some tension in those 3 sequences that I talked about. It's really difficult for me because I think I was going to end up at 4-5 territory. But because we're on the 7th film and this is the poor ass effort in the characters, the emotion, the script, the dialogue, in between all of the CGI dinosaur action moments, then I'm grading you even lower, because the longer you drag this out, I think this thing needs to go extinct. I think it's time to put it to rest. I don't see this starting a new trilogy. I tried to look up, was this supposed to start a new trilogy? Couldn't find anything. It says a standalone sequel, so maybe they're going to see how well it does. So I want to give it a 4. A 4 out of 10. And the only reason I feel like it doesn't march down to a 3 or worse is that final act that has tension and a little emotion. Well, no, just on the action side. Like, we're running, they're chasing us, and so it has that. And the visuals look a little better. It's like this is where Gareth Edwards finally woke up and started doing a little bit of stuff.
Me too.
And they had some concepts and some sci-fi looking, it makes no sense that any of this stuff exists on the island. There's a fucking gas station with, like, bubble gum and little billboards that talk
17 years later.
What? As if like they were shipping this stuff to the island. Like, this is an island
people live
that
there.
Is purely for scientists making mutated dinosaurs. It's not like what is this?
They need chips and dip. Lays.
And the song is "Don't Be." What's the song? It's like, and then it's like, "Don't be scared." It's like,
I forgot what it was.
Classic.
Yeah.
Classic 50s, 60s kind of song. It's just weird. But at least that had more interesting style to it than the rest of the film. The rest of the film was just bad, boring, mediocre, and had no life to it. So I'm going to end at a 4 out of 10. So looking here, but just because critics are railing on it and are disappointed by it, that's happened already. It's happened with every single fucking one except for Jurassic World 1 and Jurassic Park 1. And yet they go on to make millions. So it doesn't, our critic hats are definitely on. But even as a summer blockbuster, I think this is kind of weak. So how much have they made? What does this film need to make for the studio to be happy? Like, all right, that's why we did it. See, we were right, because we put in the dinosaur for the little kids and the cute thing, and then we put that thing in for these guys and this for that, and then we played the song, and then we did the reverence, and then we did the mutants, and we did the horror, and we did everything. You would think that they think it's going to do well. This would have to do $1.7 billion to do better than Jurassic World. Jurassic World did 1.7, so it'd have to do 1.8, right? It's not doing 1.8. I don't give a fuck.
800, 9.
Yeah, I think 8 or 9.
The
is what I
next
was
one
thinking.
down, Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom, which was its sequel, $1.3 billion.
Yikes, that one was bad.
And even that one was super bad, but it's starting to slip.
But it started a new one. It's like, oh, everyone's gonna go watch it.
Jurassic Park, the original, when you adjust for inflation, $1.1 billion. It's different times back then as well. Like, they weren't like some
bought it on VHS and DVD, and then HD DVD before those died.
Jurassic World Dominion, the last one that they wasted the legacy characters, brought them in, and we're talking about locusts for some reason. Evil locusts, $1.0 billion.
Locusts?
Talking about locusts. The Lost World Jurassic Park 1997, $618 million. Jurassic Park 3 is the lowest with $368 million.
I saw that one yesterday.
Wow, that dropped off, and it killed the franchise for a long time until they did the potential of $1 billion. So I don't think we're at that levels where it's going to kill off the franchise. It might, but I think we're actually between 600 and 800. I don't think it's going to do $1 billion.
No, I think 8 to 9. 800 to 900 million total worldwide.
800 to 9.
Yeah.
Mine is basically 800 or below. And are you going to hit plus billion?
No.
You're not going to take that one because you don't think so?
We're all going to be wrong. It's going to make. It's going to be like what? It's going to make
$2 billion.
It's going to make like $1 billion or something.
More than Jurassic World?
No.
More than the Chris Pratt, and that film had life and this and this and this. There's no life to it. Nobody's been like, did you see Scarlett Johansson? Wow, she's so great in this. Nobody's saying that. So you see all those characters? My favorite character was
Duncan, Idaho.
Yeah.
Dolores.
Dolores is the best.
Who the fuck is Duncan, Idaho?
He's the best. He's got a magical space penis.
Well, his name's Duncan.
What the fuck? There's no...
Blade.
Jason Momoa is not in this film.
No, Blade was Duncan. Well, not Blade anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah. All right, guys. So I am just going to be so depressed with the world and the audience if this makes over $1 billion or does... if this does better than Fallen Kingdom... 1.3, I'm gonna be so fucking mad at you.
But look at like,
and it's gonna cut into Superman.
What was it? Minecraft and Super Mario.
Yeah, but see, those are completely different things. Minecraft has so much.
It's a franchise though that people really fucking love. It has so much
more momentum. It's the first film. It also was bolstered by young audiences. I think Jurassic Park on its 7th film has to be losing a little bit of steam.
It's a 5-day opening weekend for them.
Because
they're doing Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday is the weekend they're doing.
This is a Wednesday morning.
You cheating bastards.
Never fucking see this.
No.
This is not a fair fight. You see those memes where they're like Jurassic Park versus Superman versus Fantastic Four. Bro, that's not fair. Jurassic Park they opens on a Wednesday and you got no July 4th weekend? This fucked up.
Yeah.
All right. I might actually,
You're thinking $1 billion?
If the world was just.
It's not.
It's not.
If the world was just based upon the effort they put here and the script that they have here, I shouldn't be worried at all about Jurassic Park cutting into Superman. I think Jurassic Park's legs are a little shorter but the world isn't just. And so I think
it's not going to reach those
hurt.
numbers, but close to it.
After talking with y'all and seeing these numbers, maybe I need to revise my fucking box office predictions, because last week I put out what I thought would be like 120 million. Now I'm not even thinking 120 million opening. This would probably be 120. Okay, but I actually had some
opening weekends.
No.
Over 5 days?
I need to bring y'all down to earth here. Director Gareth Edwards' Rebirth is currently expected to pull in between 67 and 77 million domestically over 4th of July. That would be the lowest opening, because they're starting to get tracking numbers. That would be the lowest opening weekend for property by far since the Lost World Jurassic Park. It's tracking really low, guys.
Well, I'm talking like total, not just domestically.
I know, but it's always a good indicator. If you're not pulling in high numbers at the beginning, while you have a small spike, but then you usually go down from there. Yeah, the movie opening midweek on July 2nd to get in early on the long holiday. Across the full 5-day opening stretch, it is expected, tracking right now, 115 to 135 opening weekend. And you have to hit like 175 to get $1 billion. So I think it's underperforming. So maybe it is a slight just. But if I'm hearing that for Jurassic Park and I predicted 120 for Superman, I think I might need to bring Superman down to 100 opening, not 120 that I had.
Do a voiceover. Just do a voiceover. 100.
100.
100.
All right, guys, that's it for the initial review. We'll go into the spoilers. I'm really going to lean hard on Alex here to give me some of these reasonings and explanations. And if you can remember some of the dumb ass fucking plot moments,
there's a lot.
There are so many of them. I lost track. I was getting nervous, like wanting to take notes at how many stupid ones there were. So Cinema Sins and those types of channels are going to have a field day with this. But again, it's not a just world and nobody cares. It's got to make money because dinosaurs. All right. See you in the spoilers.